This is Sonic the Fighter's latest port, released at around 2012 for the Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, this was a part of the Model 2 collection, and I might want to make my own video covering the Model 2 collection, as there's some games in the collection that I would like to go over, but that's a different conversation for another day. What I do want to go over is why this is one of the best ports of the game, and I'll tell you why. First off, the graphics are amazing for a PS3 game. It has arcade-accurate colors, and a bunch of bonus features are thrown in. You're able to play as Eggman, Metal Sonic, or myself when you press start on either Sonic, Bean, or Amy. Now, you can play as all three of those characters in versus matches. You can only play as Honey in arcade mode for some reason, as Eggman and Metal Sonic aren't able to be picked in those modes because they don't have alternate colors. Why? People are able to do it. You've done it before. Why couldn't you have just made separate, alternate costumes for them? I don't give a fuck if they're either gray or have any extra things on them. It doesn't matter. Just give them something so people can play as them in arcade mode. It's not that hard. And another thing is that there's no input delay. This is probably the best thing I've ever heard in my life. How the do you have input delay on a game when a controller is wired? Somebody explain this to me in the most easiest way possible. How the is there input delay? If somebody can answer this question, please leave it in the comment section. I have no idea why there's input delay to begin with. And with this port, there's also online play. You can either play with some random dude online, your friends, or you can even make your own lobbies so random people can join in. Finally! I can have some of my friends join in, the guy who sells me vapes at the back of a Chuck E. Cheese if I want to. This game has it all. But just because you're able to do it doesn't mean that the game is perfect. So it does have its flaws. Number one is that the lobby system is awful, at least in my opinion. People say the lobby system is good. I kind of disagree. It's because there's no kick option. Why? Out of all the games that have a kick feature or ban feature in a lobby system, why wouldn't a fighting game be one of those games for you? No, this isn't like a common thing. It's not just this game only. Every single game in the fucking Model 2 collection doesn't have this. Maybe if you block someone on a PS3, maybe you could get them out. But seriously, if I see some
jolly old fellow
in my lobbies, I have to keep on lobby hopping like Easter Bunny time and time again just to escape the
jolly old fellow.
But no! Every single time they don't go away. And you might be saying, oh, why not use the private lobby feature? Well, that may seem like a good idea at first, but no! There's only 2 fucking slots for it. And also playing on Canyon Cruise and Casino Night on a normal copy of the game. For some reason, it will just play South Island when you're playing as them online. I have no idea why. This should be an obvious fix, but no. You already know Sega's bad at porting things. You might as well make it fucking worse by not fixing it. And you may think, oh, they might have released a patch to fix it. Nope. This is the default version for every single game that's came out, and they never fixed it. And there's still no playable hangar stage. Now, I guess I can kind of forgive them for this one, because I recently found out that the stage relies on 2 parts, Stage 9 and Stage 10 in the code. 9 is used for the cutscene, and 10 is used for the actual stage. I'm assuming it loads in both when you're fighting on them. They could have probably done it, but I'm not sure. Maybe they used a different system this time, so I guess I can leave them out for that. But if they ever do another port of this game, which they probably won't, I swear to fucking God, I better see a hangar port. And now you may be thinking to yourself, there may be some way to fix these issues, right? Well, that's where the modding community comes in. CE 1.6 is a community-made patch that adds in a bunch of things. First off, it makes Eggman not Drill Claw spam, it makes Metal crippled, and it removes ketchup. Now, removing ketchup is a great thing, because now we don't have overpowered shitty balancing in the game, and a lot of this stuff is really nice. However, there's still a few flaws with it, the main one being Metal Sonic. Now, remember when I said Metal Sonic's crippled, 10 seconds ago? Well, yeah, I'm dead serious. And here he is in CE. Why? Now, I understand that escaping attacks, that's a bad thing. But you could have decreased it at least a little bit to give him at least something special. And also by this, they accidentally nerfed Supersonic by mistake because they used the same speed thing. Not exactly sure what to call it, but whatever. They nerfed both on accident, so I guess that doesn't really matter. And another thing with Metal Sonic is that 99% of his moves either do not enough damage, too much damage, or have a shit ton of end lag. Basically playing as Metal Sonic now, you're basically playing as Legman at that point. Now, not trying to say that he's still broken-ish, people still argue that he's broken because of laser looping, and yeah, that's probably the only thing that keeps his character alive. I mean, unless if you're, I don't know, and Rocket Metal and Robo Egg aren't playable. Now, I understand the issues here. Yes, you would need to rework some of their movesets. For Robo Egg, I would just give him Metal Sonic's back claw, because that's all you really need to do. Because everything from Eggman is already going to be carried over into him anyways, so he would just be perfectly fine. Maybe remove his ability to crouch, but I'm not sure. But as for Rocket Metal, you will need to completely rework that. There's nothing stopping it. You have to rework him. And I think that's the main drawback from him. And you would have to give him unused moves too, because, well, he needs something unique to him, which is a long-term goal that the modding community is trying to work on right now. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. However, they still are taking a step in the right direction here. However, I guess I can't really judge them too much because, well, the modding community is still very new, and they're also adding a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll go into CE 1.6 more in depth in another video. I just wanted to, put that in as a side note. And because of the modding community is putting in God's work at this point, adding in all this cool stuff and fixing things, making the game much more easier to pick up and play than it was before. And if anybody developing CE 1.6 happens to be watching this video, please don't take my criticisms to heart. I have loved every single thing y'all and your team have done throughout the course of, you making this mod. Now, keep on working, and I just want to say good job to you and your team, man. Hey, Bitterox, you're probably watching this video. Please, put in my boy, the legendary Green Eggman, man. Let's go!